Hi guys! I know I say this a lot, but I am really super excited about this. Love by Gabby, which is an Etsy shop that I often buy from and stock because it has so many amazing planner supplies, has just brought out these new exclusive traveler's notebooks. And the thing that's so exciting about them, aside from the fact that they're gorgeous, is that they are a very special size. They're not standard size, they're not personal size, there's something in between. And what's so awesome about them is that they are an exact perfect fit for the Hobonichi Weeks. This was like truly astounding to me because if you know me, you know that I am always on the lookout for perfect Hobonichi Weeks covers, and there aren't that many of them to be had. So I was really amazed and delighted when I discovered these. They come in 3 colors. This is the lilac one. There's also an aqua one and a pink one. They're all kind of pastel shade. For some reason, it's not coming up very true to life on camera. It's looking more washed out than it does in real life. In real life, it's just a very nice, average sort of, by average, I don't mean like meh. I mean, you know, like kind of mid lilac color. It's just a very beautiful, really nice lilac color. So this is the Traveler's Notebook, and it comes as a set. They cost £30 UK, I think maybe about 40 euros. It's on Etsy, it automatically translates it for me. But it comes as a whole set. So you get the notebook, which I will go over in a minute, and then you get this little pack with an extra elastic and a little charm with Love by Gabby's logo on it, because like I said, it's exclusively designed by her for her shop. And then you get 3 inserts, which are the perfect size. As you can see, I'll just show you with my Hobonichi Weeks. The inserts are a little bit wider than the Weeks, but they're exactly the same height, which is incredible because, like I said, there are no other traveler's notebooks that I know of that are exactly the right shape and size for the Weeks. So more on that in a moment. So 2 of them have got this design, a dream catcher with some flowers, and then the third one is craft paper cover. So one of them is dot grids, which I love. Another one is lined paper, and then this one is also lined paper. So you get that with it, and then you also get this gem pen. So the whole thing comes together, and these are all really nice, and it's great to have inserts with them because it's an unusual size. But the thing that's really exciting about it is how it fits the Weeks, and that's what I got mine for. So you can see that it has really nice stitching. It's white stitching, just like beautiful. It's a very smooth faux leather, obviously vegan. The whole range is vegan, and she's going to be coming out with some more designs in August. She said there are going to be A5 traveler's notebooks, I think, and also some planner covers and pencil cases. So stay tuned for that. I'll link her shop down below, and as soon as there is news, I will let you know, because I'm sure that I will be back again in her shop getting more stuff because I love it. So really smooth texture, quite sturdy. It's not very floppy. It's like kind of pretty tough and rigid, but like there is some give to it, as you can see. And something that I really love about it, as you know if you've seen any of my other Traveler's Notebooks videos, the elastic is the same color, which I love it. It's like that's kind of almost got to be a deal breaker for me, I think, with Traveler's Notebooks. Spinal closure here, or spinal, the elastic is on the spine, and it has this like nice kind of brass looking finish here, which kind of reminds me of the original Midori's. And then it's got this really nice like closed elastic here, and then this is what it looks like on the other side. So it's just beautiful, really sleek, nice design, feels very satisfying in the hand. There is a little bit of texture. If you inspect it, you can't feel it, but you can kind of see that it's textured. If we just do a size comparison so that you can see where this stands between other sizes of traveler's notebooks that are more familiar. This is a personal size traveler's notebook by Hobonichi. So you can see that it's pretty much the same width, and this one is just a little bit taller. It's incredible because it's like it was designed perfectly for the Weeks. It's just amazing. This is like the world's most perfect Weeks cover. So that's it compared to the personal size. this is, I don't have any like standard like narrow traveler's notebooks, but this is a Webster's Pages Color Crush Traveler's Notebook, which is officially standard size. It's actually a bit wider. It really does take A5 inserts, but it will give you an idea in terms of the height. So, you know, a standard size narrow traveler's notebook would be kind of a bit more like that. But basically this is how it compares in terms of height, which I really like, because if you've ever tried to put a Weeks inside a standard size traveler's notebook, you will know that it's a bit shorter, and that can be unsatisfying. It's also quite a bit narrower. So like even if you have a normal, you know, standard size traveler's notebook that's narrower than this, I originally was planning to put my Weeks inside a standard size traveler's notebook, and I just couldn't do it. It bugged me that there was kind of too much extra at the top and the bottom. So this is the perfect solution to that. And then in terms of some other things, this is my Core travel wallet that I've been using as a Weeks cover. So you can see that the Love by Gabby Traveler's Notebook is just a little tiny bit wider, and it's just like maybe a hair taller, almost the same size as that. And this is it compared to my most recent home for my Weeks, which is the Filofax Compact Saffiano Zip. So you can see that it's a little bit narrower than that, and also a little bit shorter, and it actually ends up being a lot less bulky. And I'll show you my setup. I've got everything that I had in this into here except for the coins, and it's much smaller. It has a much smaller footprint. So the inside, many exciting things on the inside. First of all, pockets. And these pockets are awesome because they fit credit cards. So this actually works perfectly as a wallet, which is another thing that I found really exciting when I saw it listed on the website, because I decided that I definitely want to use my Weeks as a combined wallet. It just works better. It cuts down on the amount of stuff I have to carry. And a lot of pockets aren't really that good for credit cards, but these are perfect, and they're actually very tight. So I'll show you. I'll set it up in a minute. Then it has this big pocket, and then it has another big pocket on the other side with the identical card slots, and they're like kind of nicely finished. They have a little hole on either side, a kind of like decorative finish. And then it has this very nice finishing for the spinal elastic, which I like, because I feel like a lot of traveler's notebooks just have a big knot here, and I really like how smooth this is and how well finished it is. And then you get this elastic, so it's the kind of traditional Midori style, which works perfectly for me in this case, because I just want to put my Weeks on it. So if that's what you want it for, and I really recommend it for that, because it's so perfect for it, and there are very few things out there that are ideal for the Weeks. I think I have all of them now. Then you don't actually need another elastic, and you don't have to worry about, extra bands. But she has given you this extra band, which you could use to link another two notebooks together. It's perfect for that. So if you did want to use this as a traveler's notebook, she's got you set up, and it's really nice because it matches, and instead of having to go and find other elastics, you've already got it. So then we have the final amazing touch that just kind of completely sold me on this, and that is the pen loop. And it's a really nice big elasticated pen loop, as I will show you with my Pilot Decimo. So obviously the Pen Gems type pen that comes with it will fit in here, and it's lilac to match. It's really nice. This is a thicker pen, and that fits as well, and there's still room. It's a really good elastic. It reminds me of the Doki Book elastics. It's a very good quality elastic that will hold a lot. And the inside is this very nice soft suede-y sort of feeling material. So it's just really well done. Everything is just perfectly well put together, very clean. I just love the look of it, and the stitching goes all the way around on the inside and the outside. Oh, and the final touch, which I love about it, that I've only ever seen on one other traveler's notebook, the Love Doki one that I just showed you briefly, is that it has this little notch in here on either side for the elastic to fit, which is just such a nice idea, because then it means that you're not going to cut into the side of the notebook if you with regular use, because it's already got this little indentation. So that's what it looks like, and now I'll show you how I've set it up with my Weeks. So I got the idea from somebody who I was watching. I can't remember the channel, so I'm really sorry, but it was a great idea that someone she had her I think it was a Weeks, or maybe it was just a traveler's notebook insert, but she put it on the elastic open to the right week so that it just kind of like automatically opens, and I thought that that was a great idea. So that's what I've done. So the elastic is holding it at the current week, and that kind of means that I don't actually need this tab, which I've been using, which is kind of nice because I have a lot of tabs for different sections, and so it would be good just to be able to take one of these off, and it automatically opens to the right place, and you can see that it lays perfectly flat. So the elastic holds it open, and look at that, it's amazing. It lays flat. I love it. I'm so happy. So that's the Weeks. And you can see that when it's in, it just fits perfectly. There's a little bit of overhang here, like just the right amount. I think it doesn't feel like this is too wide for it. It would bug me because I'm very OCD about this type of thing, as you probably know. If there's too much extra space, like either at the top and bottom or on the sides, like if this was really wide, I wouldn't like it. But it feels completely natural. You've just got a little gap here before the pen loop, and you see, like when I hold it closed like that, it just looks perfect. It fits perfectly. And then when it's open, there's just a little bit of room on the other, on each side. So I just think that this is an incredible fit, and it's amazing. And one of the reasons why I was looking for this, which you might be wondering, although obviously you know I'm a planner addict, so it's not that big of a surprise, but since I had already had this, which I really liked, and then I had this, which I really liked, why would I go in search of another cover? So the issue is with this one, I loved this one, but I didn't like the fact that there was no way to close it. And because I'm not good at DIY, I was afraid to like poke a hole in it and put my own elastic through it, which would have probably solved the problem. And also somehow this ended up getting like quite fat. And so without a closure, and I didn't want to put just a band around it that I'd have to take off every time because I knew that I would lose it and it would be annoying. So that was kind of bugging me. And then with this one, I love this, but I've never really been a zip planner person, and because this was kind of a wallet, I was like, okay, I'm using it as a wallet. It's okay that it has a zip, but the zip was one thing, and then the other thing is I kind of felt like the Weeks was sort of dwarfed within it. I don't know if I can explain that because it fit. It's not like it was actually dwarfed in terms of there was, you know, it wasn't the right size, but because this is like a whole system. It has so many like different pockets and flaps and things that I kind of felt like it looked to me mainly like a wallet rather than like a Weeks cover. And so I thought this might be something in the middle. And I still love this, and I still love the Corco wallet, so like don't get me wrong. But the thing about this that appealed to me is that obviously it closes. And secondly, that because it's got this very slimline setup, I could still put my stuff in, but it wouldn't feel bulky because it's sort of designed to have inserts in it. So I'll just show you how I've got it set up with all of my extra stuff that I was carrying. So I have money and my little like kind of perpetual information sort of thing, my Hobonichi Weeks booklet that keeps like passwords and stuff like that. Then I have a card and some stamps, and this does actually fit. It's quite a tight fit, which I think is really good because that means that it won't fall out. I was a bit worried when I saw the pictures that there would be a danger that they would fall out, but there's absolutely not. It's just like totally secure. So I've got that on one side, and then on the other side I have some rewards cards, paper chase obviously, and then I have like some extra, these kind of loyalty cards. So this is everything that I had in my previous setup, and this is what it looks like when it's closed. It's tiny. It's so portable. Like, look at that. I don't know how it managed to do that, but it just fits everything in, and it's not at all bulky. It just looks like a traveler's notebook. So I really, really like this because it almost feels like I'm not carrying a wallet. It feels like a Weeks cover, which is what I wanted. So that was why I went through that whole digression to explain about this, is that I feel like the Weeks is like the star of the show here. Like when you open it, you just see the Weeks, and then it's like, oh yeah, there are a few cards, rather than feeling like I had my Weeks inside a wallet, if that makes sense. So I really, really love this. I just love how simple it is. I love the look. I love the color. I like the aqua one too, so I have to resist that, at least for a while. I love the pen loop. because in this I had a kind of homemade pen loop because it didn't come with one. I love how everything is built in and then you just close it and it's completely secure, so you don't have to worry about anything falling out, which was another worry that I had with this because it, you know, just kind of would open like that. So and it just is so slimline and everything fits beautifully in it, and it's just exactly the right size for the weeks. So I am currently experiencing Weeks cover unicorn planner piece heaven and it has been a long time coming because as you can see, I've acquired a number of different Weeks covers in the search for the perfect one, and I really feel like this is it. And the fact that it's, you know, it incorporates everything from my wallet as well is just like, I'm so happy. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will be back again soon for another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.